back to baseball. If you're a baseball fan, and you're a baseball fan who doesn't root for the Rays, you're probably pulling for Clayton Kershaw. Last night, at least, I think, Game 5 of the World Series. And maybe you don't care if the Dodgers win or not, but we want to see great athletes be great in big moments because that's how you add to your legacy. You can even make a name for yourself. His regular season numbers put him in the all-time territory. He just hasn't shown up in the biggest moments until this year. He pitched 5 2/3 last night, and the Dodgers go up 3-2. He's now 2-0 in the World Series. It's not dominating Kershaw, but it is good enough Kershaw. And if you're Dave Roberts, the Dodgers manager, you'll certainly take it. And if the Dodgers go on to win the World Series, Kershaw will have done a lot to put the playoff narrative behind him, or at least add another chapter, a positive one. And it's a good thing. We want to see our best players perform. And probably a huge load off of Kershaw's mind as he rewrites a legacy in real time this fall. Corey Seager is probably your MVP so far through 5 games. I like how he goes 1 for 3. His batting average drops below 500. But you've got a lot of contributions here, and certainly getting Kershaw in there. Bullpen always makes me nervous. Remember when throwing 100 miles an hour was a big deal? When I was growing up, there were a couple of guys who threw 100 miles an hour. Bob Feller, I think, was maybe one of the first guys on record as throwing 100 miles an hour, at least close to it. Nolan Ryan would occasionally go over 100 miles per hour. It's interesting when you throw 100 miles an hour. It seems like that's really fast. But if you throw it straight with no movement, they're going to hit it. You know, the thing that you have, if you have movement, I'd rather have 96 miles an hour in movement than just flat out 100 miles. I'd rather have 94 with movement than 100. Dustin May came in last night. He threw 101, I think, at one point. And now we just sort of expect it. You know, you have, certain guys who come in. It feels like every guy who comes in from the bullpen is throwing at least 98 miles an hour. Like, there are times when I see Kershaw and I'll go, I'm throwing 92 miles an hour. Like, what? You're throwing salad up there, 92 miles an hour. What's wrong with you? But he has great movement there. That's the big difference. But watching last night, these guys just come in and they bring it. And these guys going to the plate, all they do is swing and try to use that velocity to hit it out of the ballpark. But up 3-2, and we'll have more on the Dodgers with that win last night coming up a little bit later on.